Okay, so to get to the funniest part, which is then develop the films, first I have to mix my chemicals. And I have chemicals for 5 liters, so first in 1 liter I'll dissolve part A, and then in another liter I'll dissolve part B, and then I'll mix them in this big bottle, and from that mixture I'll make another solution to then develop the fumes. I hope this is 1 liter. Barely. It's 950. Whatever. I'm trying not to breathe this thing. It's probably not good for my health. Okay, here. So now I'll mix. Okay, so now that the mixture is almost clear, there is a couple of big crystals still in it, but I'll pour this first part in the big bottle. And now I will dissolve part B, 1 liter, and then I'll add the rest of the water, which will make 5 liters. That's probably about half of the chemical. It turned out that part B is solidifying very fast when you pour it in the water, and there is crystals forming at the bottom of the vessel, so I'll have to be quicker. Plus I broke my vessel, the bottom of it, so it's getting more and more fun. I have to be very quick with this, not to let it solidify. Okay, I'll see you when it's ready. Okay, so it is what it is. I'll put this in the big bottle. You see, I have some left over. Okay, and then I'll mix it a little bit more. Now I'll prepare my vessel, in which I'll try to put only 10 grams of developer, and this is the ready mixture. I managed to save most of the chemicals. I dissolved them. Now when I put the scale on, it will exclude the weight of the bottle, and now I want to put only 10 grams. This is 3, 5, 6, 12. Well, this is it, 12 grams. I need a mixture which is 1 to 100 ratio. This means that I will dissolve 10 grams in a kilogram of water. And this is mineral water because my distilled water ended up in the big bottle of chemicals. I wasn't intending to dissolve that amount of chemical, 5 liters. I wanted to dissolve just 1 liter, but so I'm currently at 600, 830. Okay, we're almost there. 968. I'll leave it like that. I'll make my chemicals a little bit more potent. I'll mix this thing. This is ready for my stand development. The only problem that I have is the temperature. So what I'll do, I'm going to put this in a water bath to reach 20 degrees Celsius. I'll put the fumes in the tank, and then I'll put the tank in the water bath because I'm going to leave it for an hour and a half, because I want to make sure that the Phoenix has most of the details in the shadows developed as much as possible. We'll see what will happen, but I'll have the monopan as well, so I should be good with some results to show you. And since I'm going to do this in a complete darkness, or as dark as possible in my studio, I just want to show you quickly how to load the film in the tank. So you will have this thing, spiral, and you'll have to read the manual. But in this case, the film goes in this direction, which means that you pull some of the tail, you fit it here, go turn off the lights, and then using your thumbs, this depends on the design of the spiral, you start to slowly add the film, and then it goes up. Pull again, and you do this till the point that the whole film is there. So I'll do this with the films. This was some spare film, I don't know even what's on that, and see you in a bit. Oh, and afterwards you open the spiral like that, you slightly twist it, left hand goes towards you, right hand goes on the opposite direction, and then you can open it like that. And by the way, we have the possibility to develop 120 film or 35 millimeters film. And this is for all spirals. Forgot to mention something very important. You have to shape the end of the film like that. The tail should look like this, and this way it's easier to go through the spiral. And I make sure that these edges are as soft as possible. With my films in the tank, I'll just... No, I have to first put the chemical to the right temperature. So I prepared myself this vessel with water, which is about 23 degrees, and it's going to get colder and colder. So I'll leave my chemicals for a while in this water bath. When they reach the desired temperature, I'll pour it in the tank, and then I'll put the tank in the water, and I'll forget about it for about an hour and a half, and I hope that everything will be fine. It's been about 20 minutes, and the temperature of the water is exactly 21 degrees. So I'm going to pour the chemicals in the tank, and then I'll agitate for 30 seconds, and then I'll leave it for an hour and a half. And now when I turn clockwise, and I'll put the tank here, and fingers crossed. So after 6 minutes in the fixer with serious agitation, because my chemical is already a little bit old, and the moment of truth, honestly, it's not looking good from this perspective, but there is literally almost nothing on the film. It's extremely thin, but it's going to work probably. Let's see the other ones, the Phoenix. Yeah, nothing there. Okay, so this one is going to be disappointing, but it is what it is. Unfortunately, on the Phoenix there is not images, but thankfully on the Monopan there is some images that are going to work, and I'm very happy that I did this backup, because I was really afraid of the Phoenix. And since I'm cross-processing this experimental film already, it was probably something that I should have expected. The good news is that I'll have images for my zine, which is going to continue the episode, and next thing is scanning after the films are dry.